Hey y'all, welcome to Fitting and Homemaking. Today we are going to be organizing my spices and specifically this defunct spice drawer. I don't even think that's opening all the way because there's so much stuff in here that does not belong in here. It definitely looks more like a junk drawer than a spice drawer. But this isn't the only place that we have spices. We also have spices attached to the fridge here. And these work not at all well because I can't open them. They close so tightly that I actually cannot open these. I can't turn them or actually get the lid off. So part of this is that we're not going to use these anymore, but I am going to have to wait until my husband is available to open them for me because he has much better grip strength than I do. So these are going to go away. I'm not even going to donate these. I'm just going to toss them. But I would like to get the spices out if at all possible. But yeah, I don't want someone else to have, they don't work because I can't open them. I can't get to the spices. So I'm not going to donate that to someone else. Right? And then we have these back here. Sorry, let me close this. We have these back here, which I love, and this is just a metal plate that is is not command taped, but it's like VHB taped to the wall essentially, and that came with the kit. And these work great. I can actually, twist and open these like I need to. But a lot of these are empty now. We haven't been good about refilling them. And I always reach for this, and I'm like, oh no, it's empty, and I have to dig through here, and it's a pain in the butt. So those are the main areas that we're going to be focusing on today. We do have some overflow spices up here too. So let me just go ahead and get those down in case we can make those fit into this drawer. We will see. All right, I don't have high hopes for that because these used to be organized as overflow when this was actually organized before. But let's get started. All right, so user manual, that can go in our filing cabinet with the rest of the user manuals. This, you can see, is one of these. I actually needed ground cloves. It's one of these that I had my husband open, and then I simply did not put the cap back on because I wanted to be able to access it. So we will see if we can get this in a better container. We have condiments. So Chick-fil-A zesty buffalo sauce. This is just mustard. Here's some more ground cloves. All right, we've got some soy sauce. A box for a wireless thermometer that is actually on the fridge. I will ask my husband if he still wants to keep that, but I'll put it with the user manual out of the way. Duck sauce, which honestly I'm not even sure what that tastes like. More soy sauce. All right. I know this goes to a thing that fills popsicle mold. So let me actually put that with the popsicle mold, which is up here. All right. More spices. Partially used candles. Ranch packet. My husband likes to make his own ranch with these ranch packets. Pepper. Ah, now it opens all the way. This is like an advertisement for like jerky stuff. It has some instructions, so that's it. Ask my husband about it. I'm going to be a little careful reaching in here because there's some sharp stuff. These are the spices for making jerky from a kit that he got. All right. The bottom of these actually melted, so I'm going to toss these since we have some more here. I guess my garbage pile will be over here. That's a decent one though. Does anyone else reuse candles over and over again? This one could reuse, but it's like half broken, so I don't think we'll reuse that actually. Bay leaves. Big box of toothpicks that has exploded everywhere. More condiments. Red pepper. These actually go with a meat grinder attachment that I got from my husband for our KitchenAid mixer. So that's what these are. That needs to be cleaned. And that's what all of this is. I think we need to find a different place for those things. So we'll see. We can find, this is the lid to this open one. Oh, I think this is the cleaner for the popsicle thing, so I'll put that where the popsicle thing lives. Does this still work? Okay, not really. One. Oh my gosh. All right, here we have skewers. See if I can get all the pokey ends back in the cardboard bit. All right. More condiments under this thing. And lots of toothpicks that I'm just not going to save because the inside of this drawer is pretty dirty. Oops. All right. All right, so I actually need to get behind you guys to get the trash bin. Should have thought of that. All right, sorry about that. I had to move you guys to get the trash bin out. Let's go ahead. Toss that in the trash bin. And let me get the dust buster to get that out. That's probably going to be way easier. Here we go. All right, let's give it a quick clean. Look at that. Something spicy must have gotten right here. Got so many spices and stuff, there's nowhere to clean. There we go. The countertop is already filthy from all the spices. Oh well. All right, and I know these stain spots are still on here, but I don't really care if it's stained, as long as it's not like, you know, full of grit and stuff. Okay, so I think what I want to do first is refill any of my spices over here that need to be refilled. See if we have any over here. All right, so this is oregano. Now I always have to remind myself to be aware of where this hole is when I'm filling them up. I think the rest of that will fit in there. Okay. And then I usually try to put it so that the label is facing up so that I know that the hole is at the top here. So when I twist it, these have like a big slot where you can pour out of, or like the smaller 4-hole slots on there. Here, see if I can get that closer for you guys. All right, so that's oregano. Do we have a cumin? And then this can get recycled. Let's see, that looks like cumin, yes. So I know not all of this is gonna fit in here, but that's okay. We use cumin fairly often because it's in chili powder and taco seasoning. Ooh, too much. And I'm actually holding my finger over the hole on this one so that I don't just spill everywhere. Okay, there we go. So there's still some of that left. Okay, don't get distracted. Paprika. This is paprika. Okay. Any of these in here, paprika? No. So that was the one that was sitting on the countertop, and my husband actually tried to put this in the drawer and realized there was just 0 room for it. Let's see, we need some basil. So I'm going to put the overflow ones over here so I know I've already filled them up. Let's see, do we have any extra basil? Yes. We have cayenne, and there can be more put in here. It's decently full. We use less cayenne now that we have kids than we used to, but we'll fill this up. This one's garlic powder. That's onion powder. That's onion powder. Just have a little bit of garlic powder left. Oops. All right. What else do we have here? Celery seed. This onion powder, I think, has gotten wet and has gone bad, so that just needs to be tossed. We've got this onion powder. And surprisingly, onion powder is not one of the ones over here. Let's see. Parsley. Turmeric, sesame seeds. We got lots of sesame seeds. We probably didn't realize they were up there. Here's some turmeric. That looks, turmeric you always have to open up. It's hard to tell because it gets dyed so quickly. All right, that's pretty full. Now my hands are going to be yellow. It's okay though. All right, chili powder and taco seasoning we have to make. Do we have any rosemary? Nope. Okay. So what I'm going to do to get these off the counter is I'm going to go ahead and put them back, but I'm going to put them back in alphabetical order. I'm going to close this just so I can switch around. All right. Basil. Chili powder. Oh, no. Here we go. Cumin, chili powder, cayenne. Oh, parsley, paprika, rosemary, garlic powder, thyme, turmeric. Taco. All right, there we go. That'll be easier. All right, and when I was originally organizing this, these are just the ones that we use most often. I've thought many times about getting another one of these, and then we would just put it like right here, because it is really, really useful. And these were just such a big flop over here. All right, can go in the trash. Let me get some of this off so we don't keep spreading. Okay, clean this out. All right, so these work pretty well. These are more of my baking ones. So I have ground ginger, allspice, poppy seed, sumac berries. These can go out. Cream of tartar, cloves can go in here. That looks pretty full too. I don't have room for this. All right. So onion powder. I'm gonna put these in here, I think. And then, so we got lots of sesame seeds. What else do we have left here? We have celery seed, which we don't use terribly often. Pepper. And Old Bay. Will the Old Bay fit? Doesn't really fit with the baking stuff thematically. Be better if they all had the names on the top. Like this one says cloves, but these other ones you have to kind of look and see what they are. All right. I guess I will have one baggie of condiment packets because they're more my husband's use in his lunchbox. So I'll put those in here. All right. So I'm just going to start putting back things. We don't use that very often, so I'm going to put that there. I use the toothpicks a lot when baking to test things. So I'm going to put those towards the front. The birthday candles can go kind of towards the back. We don't really use those very often. Put these towards the front so that my husband can see that they're in here and so that he uses them. And same with the ranch packets. All right. I think I actually have an extra one of kind of like these. Let me go see if I can find some extra containers. Okay, so I have these containers. These were from to hold baby food when my son was still eating purees. And this, I think, might be good for these. Oh my gosh, look at how perfectly that fits. It was made for it. Okay, so let's put these in here. And maybe we do keep our KitchenAid over there. So I think I will keep the accessories above that, and I will let my husband know that they have moved. Because the actual thing is under here. I wonder if that would have fit in here too. No. All right. This is another part of it that was under there. But this is the rest of it. So it attaches to the KitchenAid like this, and you put the meat in here, and then it gets ground in this part and comes out. I'm gonna see if there's room in the cabinet above that for this, but otherwise this stuff can stay in this basket. That's amazing. Okay. All right, so these, I can put some more of these short ones in that are more cooking ones. And I think I'll keep all the sesame seed stuff together. That's obviously not going to fit in there with them standing upright. Yeah. So some of these are just going to have to be laying down like they were before, which is fine. But those fit in there like that. Maybe our seasoned salt. Yes, that's good. This one can go next to it. Do you want to put those in here that way? Not really. I think these just can sit upright on their own. Black pepper there, those can sit like that. All right. And I guess we'll just try to put these in here somewhat in order. These have got to be so old. Do these have expiration dates on them? Okay. So this is a little embarrassing. I don't know if you can see this expiration date. Folks, these probably have no taste. This one says December 29th, 2013, July 18th, 2018, or 2013, I'm sorry. All right, those have zero taste. This is something that my husband mixed on his own. Same with this. This is just cinnamon and sugar mixed together sometimes. So this is like, I think, an elder millennial flag or whatever you want to call it. But one of my comfort foods is still making toast while the toast is hot, spreading butter on that toast, and then sprinkling ground cinnamon and sugar mixture over it for cinnamon sugar toast. It's very delicious. Highly recommend. But I feel like I've read that's a millennial thing to do that. All right, and we have our pepper and a bajillion sesame seeds. We used to have stir fry so much, and we really like putting sesame seeds on it. We have it less now, but we still use them. Maybe the birthday candles go somewhere different. And I'm not putting these in like terribly good order just because this is going to shift a lot just depending on what we have extra of. I really wish, excuse me, I really wish I had an onion powder one over there, but I don't. So that's fine. Those are just gonna fall over. Should I put them in this bag too? I feel like that would make the bag really bulky. I'll just put them like this, and that'll keep this stuff from moving around too much when we open it, I guess. All right, my daughter turns 4 this year, so I definitely want to keep this one. We will just find... Are we going to be able to find them if I put them somewhere else, though? Because they have always lived in this drawer. Let me put them up here, like with the sprinkles and stuff. I will use this bin for that. We randomly have rainbow sprinkles, so this will just be like the party bin, I guess. I'll open it up here. All right, and I think the only thing that is a spice that is left up here, which is really nice, are the big thing of peppercorns. So let me see if I can figure out how to reload this. Oh, okay, yeah, it just screws off. Huh? Too much. And honestly, that's fine because we have the big cinnamon and like the big salt and other things up here. So that works. These can be rinsed and recycled. Let's see. This I'm gonna put over here. I think what I'm gonna do is actually order another one of these. Sorry, let me close this. I'm gonna order another one of these. I know I got them off Amazon at the same time and I just wasn't sure which one we'd like best. This was like way back in COVID days. So I'm gonna order another one of these, and when it comes in, I'm going to redo these because these are, we have things like Italian seasoning, which we do use. The onion powder is over here, which I can tell this is just completely dried out. I think the fridge is also not a great place to keep spices because of the heat and stuff. Let's see, sage, be nice to have that again. It's where we're keeping the coriander, so it'd be really nice to have another one of those. So I think that's what we're going to do. Put these by the sink. All right, things to ask my husband about. I'm gonna put them at the end of our kitchen table so he sees them. And the skewers I'm actually gonna put under here because we usually only use these when we're making like kebabs on the grill, and the larger like grilling implements are under here. So let me put them down there. Also an area that probably needs to be addressed. Oh, I forgot the bay leaves. Are these even good anymore? Because expired 11/2020. So yeah, these probably would do nothing if we added these to a dish now. All right. I think that is it for, oh, let me see. So these were also throwaway things before I got the trash bin out. And let me see if there is space in this cabinet that is behind you to put this. All right, y'all, let's take you for a tour, and you're gonna get a little peek into the cabinet behind you that I just did a very mini reorganize to get some stuff to fit. So let me get you off the tripod. All right. This is not the most organized thing on earth, but we have condiments from my husband's lunches. There's ranch packets that he makes salad dressing with, our toothpicks that I use for baking. And a lot of this is just overflow or things that don't have a place because we don't have enough other spice holders. This is my little baking ones that you only need very little amounts of. This is more cooking little things. So that's nice. These I need my husband's help with because I'm not strong enough to manhandle them open and actually get to the spices inside. But these, do not buy. Do not buy these. All right, and that's the one that he opened for me when I was in desperate need before. All right, and these are the ones that are good. Sorry, it's not very light under here, but they just are magnetized on there, and I alphabetize them so I can easily reach and find which one I need. So that looks amazing. All right. And we're gonna go over here. You know where those dishes drying. Okay, so this used to have another rack on it. Right here, I've just slid it back here because it was up here, and this was not being used very well. I had, this is where we kept the baby food, but we still have utensils in here that my son uses and some bibs. But we weren't really using the other racks, so I took that rack off, put the medicine down here because the medicine used to be up here. These were on the rack a little bit, but we use these not very often. But this is like, would you call this a hob that the meat goes in? Like that is how it sits on the KitchenAid. And it just uses the motor. And then this is all of the other meat grinding stuff. And look at how functional it's living there. And this is our KitchenAid with drying dishes leaning against it. So KitchenAid, stuff for the KitchenAid. KitchenAid, stuff for the KitchenAid. We actually have the attachments for this in another spot, so I might reorganize this part, see if I can get the down here or up on this top shelf, and get the other stuff over here because it's in kind of a random spot right now. Should we do that now? No, I think I'll leave it for later. All right, y'all, so I am super pleased with our progress this morning. I couldn't even open this. I actually kind of shoved my hand in there and like jostled things around so I could open it on camera without like struggling and like standing in front of you guys. But I'm super pleased we can actually see everything that's in here, which means we aren't going to continue to buy more sesame seeds that we have not gone through. We don't have spices in here that expired in 2013, so that's fantastic. And everything's just way more accessible. I do have to wait on these to get my husband's help because I can't open them myself, which is absolutely ridiculous. These have been refilled and reorganized, and then I think my husband's going to be really happy with me moving the meat grinder KitchenAid stuff over to the cabinet that's actually above the KitchenAid. I know he doesn't normally use the KitchenAid over in that space where we store it, but at least it will be super easy to find like things now, as opposed to him going in this drawer and having to go under this cabinet and dig things out. So I'm super pleased with that. It was a declutter of a small space, so it was definitely a manageable bite to handle, I guess, decluttering wise. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you the next time. Bye.